You can change your life in a year. How do I know this? Because I've done it several times before, and every time I am shook literally by how much can happen in just 1 year when you take the time to actually go after what you want without fear. So whether you want to move somewhere new, lose weight, start a business, improve your finances, get into a relationship, get out of a relationship, change your looks, change your style, change your hair, anything that you want to do, you can do, be, have whatever you want, and it can happen relatively quickly. So how do we do this? The first step is to decide exactly what you want and understand why you want it. Now, don't skip this step. I know you've heard this before. Think of your why, but you need to really take your time on this step. Trust me, after this, I'm going to give you some things that you probably never heard of before, but we have to get this down first in order to move to the next step, okay? The Bible says, write the vision and make it plain. You need to know where you're going in order to know that you're going in the right direction. You need to be very clear on exactly what you want, and then be very clear on why you want that. Now, the why has to be very compelling, but I never said it had to be, altruistic or look good in the eyes of other people in your life or on the internet. The why is unique to you. Why do you actually want to lose weight? Why do you actually want to make 6 figures or 7 figures next year? Why do you want to move to a new country or state? You need to understand the why for you, and it doesn't have to be something that other people will approve of. It has to be your why, because it has to be compelling enough for you to get through all of the valleys, all of the difficulties that are going to come on this journey. So when you don't want to do the things that I'm going to tell you in this video that you have to do to actually transform your life completely in 1 year, you're going to come back to this why. And it has to be compelling enough to make you not take the easy way out, to not give up at the first sign of defeat or the first sign of failure. It has to be compelling enough to push you when your ego and your body and your mind is telling you to just throw in the towel. Next step, you need to work backwards from the goals that you've identified. That is what you want to become in a year or less. You need to work backwards from those and identify the daily habits, the daily actions, the daily tasks that you need to complete in order to move you towards that goal. Okay, so I'll give you some examples. Sometimes you already know what the steps are. Sometimes you don't already know and you need to do some research. So either way, if you already know the steps, write them down. If you don't know the steps, do some research. And the key here is I want you to identify your minimum viable plan, your MVP. So these daily habits that you're going to do that move you in the direction of your goal, they need to be simple, okay? Let's not complicate things by trying to figure out how we're going to get from A to Z when we haven't even taken the first step yet, right? So if your goal is something like losing weight, it is so simple. I don't want you to complicate it. There's just 3 basic things you can do to get started, and that will get you majority of the way there. So to lose weight, first thing you need to do is pick a pattern of eating. Okay, that could be any kind of way of eating. That could be the Mediterranean diet. That could be raw vegan. That could be keto, paleo. It could be raw till 4. It could be intermittent fasting, OMAD, alternate day fasting, anything. All of it works. Okay, you just have to be consistent with it. All of it works. So pick a pattern of eating that resonates with you. Second thing is pick 1 or 2 types of movement that you can do daily. And I don't want you to try and figure out this complicated workout split of I'm going to do this Monday, Tuesday, then Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday I'll do this. No, just pick 2 things to start with. Again, this is our minimum viable plan. We want to keep it simple. What keeps a lot of people stuck at step one at the beginning is they make it so difficult. They try to map out everything and you're looking at this giant mountain ahead of you. So you get discouraged before you even start. You get discouraged because you see all these things that you have to do. No, keep it simple. So just pick two things that you can do to work out. So 45-minute walk or a 45-minute class. Maybe even one you just put on your TV in your apartment and play from YouTube, or actually go to a studio and take a class. That's it. Just start. Then the other thing is just drink water. So get your water bottle, fill it up, drink it, fill it up again, drink it. So it's so simple. Keep it simple. Pick a pattern of eating. Pick one or two forms of movement that you can do daily and drink your water. That is your minimum viable plan for losing weight. So get your minimum viable plan, your MVP. Don't make it complicated. Keep it simple and just get started. Just get started. Once you're in motion, then you can start to tweak things, okay? Then you can fine tune. Then maybe you can add some supplements. Then maybe you can add some workout splits to focus on different areas. Then maybe you can add an extra walk or get a little bit tighter with the pattern of eating that you chose, or whatever the case may be. But don't worry about that at the beginning. Again, that's holding you guys back. I know, because I've been there and I'm still there. It happens to me all the time. Don't get caught up in the weeds. Start simply and get moving. Get started. Then as you go, you can start to tweak. And again, these are things that you're going to be able to do every day. So the next two keys that I'm about to share are the secret sauce. Okay, this is the magic. This is what separates the top performers from the masses. What I'm about to tell you is the key to actually having a complete 180 shift in your life in a year or less. Sometimes you can see massive change in just 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. There is no limit if you're able to understand and integrate the next two things I'm about to share with you, okay? So pay attention. First principle, okay, is intensity times consistency over time. That is the formula to success. Intensity times consistency over time. So I'm going to break that down. So the intensity piece, now I'm not telling you to grind, work yourself into the ground every single day. No, intensity is related to the baseline that you're coming from, okay? So you've been sitting on the couch all year. You've not been going for walks. You've not been exercising. You've not been going to the gym. Intensity for you is going to be doing a 45-minute walk every single day. And that's not too crazy. Is that too much to ask? So if your goal is to lose weight or get fit or get snatched or get toned, you're just going to have that intensity at the start by doing your 45-minute walks every single day. Okay, so the intensity is related to your baseline. If your goal is to become a content creator or to grow on TikTok or something like that, you have been making your videos sporadically, one every month, one here and there, one here and there. Your intensity is going to be doing a video every single day. I'm not saying a crazy intensity of doing 5 videos every day. No, 1 video every day over a period of time. That's your intensity. The next part of that equation is consistency. Now I'm going to tell you something that other people are not telling you when it comes to consistency, so don't zone out yet. So consistency that I'm talking about for this plan of changing your life drastically in a year, okay, we want that exponential growth curve, right? We're not trying to do the linear low slope line of growth. We want that exponential growth. So in order to do that, you have to have the consistency of every day. So it's not going to be something you do every 3 days. It's not going to be you do this once a week or twice a week or once a month. No. Make sure the habits that you pick are daily habits that you will do every day. Now, of course, we're human. There's always going to be things that come up. You know, you might fall off track, you might have a bad day. And the conventional advice is, okay, I'll get back on track tomorrow. I'll get back on track tomorrow. I'll get started tomorrow. But you know what happens when we think like that. I know what happens to me when I think like that. I say, okay, I've had a bad day of eating. I'm going to get back on track tomorrow. Tomorrow comes, something else comes up, and it's a vicious cycle where you're 3, 4, 5 days a week, a month out of what you committed to do. The key for the consistency is that we are going to get started back on track now, today. Tomorrow is not promised. Tomorrow never comes. And I don't mean tomorrow is not promised in the sense that life is short and fleeting and you might not be here tomorrow. What I mean is when we put things off to tomorrow, we keep doing that. Like the tomorrow never actually arrives. All we have is today. All we have is now. Instead of saying, I'll get back on track tomorrow, what you're going to start saying is, even if I've had a pizza, cheeseburger, fries, ice cream, and a Coke all day today, and my goal is to eat healthy every day, I'm not going to say I'll wait till tomorrow. I'm going to have a piece of fruit this evening. Okay? I'm not going to throw the baby out with the bathwater. You have to let go of the all or nothing mentality. That is another thing that is holding us back. We'll say, if it's not perfect, we're just not going to do it, or we're just going to start again. Stop starting again. I could do a whole video about this, but I just want to encourage you guys and encourage myself that the key to success here is to stay consistent, and how you're going to stay consistent is letting go of the idea that it has to be perfect every day, but that you at least need to do something every day. Now, the last part of that equation, intensity times consistency over time, is the time. That is where the magic lives. Having your intensity and your consistency over a period of time is what's going to give you that compound interest effect in your life. That's what's going to give you the exponential growth. Okay, that's what's going to create some magic. This is where you don't have any control over this except the inputs that you're putting in. So if you're intense and consistent over time, that time is going to create the compound interest, and that is what we want, so that we're able to have dramatic transformation in a short period of time. Now, the second principle, which is also magic, pure magic, is don't disrespect momentum. I heard somebody say this, can't remember who exactly, but it gripped my spirit, okay? It gripped my spirit when I heard this. Don't disrespect momentum. And I have so much experience with this. I know you guys have experienced this too. When you hit that equation that I just mentioned, the consistency, the intensity over time, you are going to create that exponential growth line. It's like creating an elevator of success. It's like jumping into a river that's going in the direction that you want to go. You get into flow. Things happen quickly. So when you're in that, you're going to hit a point of momentum. The momentum is going to carry you further, so it does get easier. Now, disrespecting the momentum is once you hit that wave, once you jump on the elevator, it's like jumping off or getting out of the river or, getting off the escalator. Don't do that. Example is like if you want to be a content creator, you're making content consistently over time, and eventually you get a viral video. Ride the momentum. Don't disrespect the momentum. That means keep putting in more of that same input into this momentum machine so that it can continue to grow and build. What people do that disrespects the momentum is they change up what they were doing to get that hit, or they stop altogether. They're not as consistent. They're not putting in more and more inputs into that, meaning they're not creating more and more content that's similar. Or for the example of losing weight, At first, you're like forcing yourself to go to the gym every day. You're forcing yourself to drink your water. You're forcing yourself to eat your fruits and veggies. But eventually, the intensity and the consistency over time is going to create momentum. So something will switch, and your ego and your body and your mind is going to stop fighting you on these new habits, because they're like, oh, this girl is serious. She's really trying to lose some weight. So let's move in that direction. This is what she really wants to do. So then you're going to start dropping the weight, because your ego, your mind, and your body are not fighting you anymore. They're not trying to maintain your previous state. So once you hit that momentum, if you now stop exercising, stop eating right because you see results, you're just gonna fall off of that momentum. You're disrespecting that momentum. If instead you added more, maybe added a second walk, maybe got a little tighter on your eating pattern, maybe, added an extra thing like some weight training or something like that, then you would see those compounding effects even more, and that momentum would carry you up. That is the elevator to success, okay? This is the magic sauce. This is what you see and think, oh, that's like an overnight success. It's not actually an overnight success. It's somebody that has been putting in the work over a period of time. Then there's the inflection of the exponential growth, and instead of jumping off like most of us do, they keep putting the inputs in and riding that curve. Okay, I hope this makes sense, because this is the key. So I've given you a lot, guys. This is the truth. Okay, this is how you can change your life in a year, 6 months, 2 months even. Decide what you want to do. Get clear on the why, and that must be a compelling why to you. Don't worry about the opinions of others. Come up with your minimum viable plan, okay? Keep it simple, basic, and something you can do every day. Have intensity and consistency over a period of time, and don't disrespect the momentum when it hits, okay? If you do this, your life will transform. I promise you. Come back into the comments and tell me how it went. If you do this, your life will transform, and there is no limit to what you can achieve. So let's get on this journey together. I will see you guys in the next video. Love you so much. Ciao.